There's a storm forming outside your window, not one made of wind or thunder, but one built from noise, opinions, distractions, and endless expectations. The world keeps throwing confusion at you every single day, trying to make you react, trying to make you lose your balance and dance to its tune. It whispers that you're not enough. Then, in the next moment, it screams that you're too much. It pulls you in every direction at once, hoping you'll lose sight of the only path that truly matters, the one that leads inward. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not over outside events. Understand this, and you'll find strength." These words weren't written from comfort or peace. They were written by a man at war, a ruler surrounded by battles, who still understood that real strength comes from the space between what happens to us and how we choose to answer it. Life doesn't ask if you're ready before testing you. It doesn't knock before entering. It shows up without warning, carrying heartbreak, loss, disappointment, and confusion. And when the ground feels like it's shaking beneath your feet, you always have a choice. You can let the storm tear you apart, or you can become the calm that stands within it. That doesn't mean pretending the pain isn't real. It means knowing that your reaction, your thoughts, and the voice inside your mind are stronger than anything that happens around you. This isn't about being cold or emotionless. It's about being steady, unshaken by what you can't control. Because most of the problems we believe we have aren't really problems at all. They're our reactions. They're the stories we tell ourselves when we forget who we truly are. They're the heavy bags we choose to carry, thinking they define us. But today, you're going to learn 12 life lessons inspired by Stoicism, the ancient wisdom that taught both emperors and slaves how to find peace in the middle of chaos, strength in silence, and freedom in acceptance. These aren't just ideas, they're tools. They're like keys to doors inside you that you didn't even know were locked. And when you open them, you'll see that the life you've been chasing was never somewhere else. It's been waiting inside you all along. Each lesson will test you. Some will bring comfort, others will shake what you thought you knew, but all of them will guide you closer to the version of yourself that no longer fears the storm, because you've learned how to carry your own sky. Before we begin, I need something from you. If these words speak to you, if a part of you feels ready for change, then leave a like, write a comment, and stay with me through every moment of this message. Every part connects to the next. Every sentence has a purpose. This isn't just another video, it's a doorway to transformation. The world wants to pull reactions out of you. But you're about to learn something far greater, how to respond with intention. And that response starts with belief. If you're ready to take control, comment, "I choose my response, not my reaction." Number 1. The way you talk to yourself matters most. The voice inside your head tells your story, so let it speak kindly. There's a voice in your mind that never goes silent. It comments on your day. It judges what you do. It imagines what might happen next. And here's what most people don't realize. That voice shapes your life more than anyone else ever will. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss. You. The way you talk to yourself is the script your life follows. Epictetus said, "If you want to be good, first believe that you are not." But he didn't mean to stay stuck there. He meant to be truthful about where you are so that you can grow, not to beat yourself up for not being perfect. There's a difference between being responsible and being cruel to yourself, and many people don't notice when they cross that line. Pay attention to the way you talk to yourself when you mess up. Do you say, "I made a mistake, but I can learn from it"? Or do you say, "I'm so dumb. I always mess everything up. I'll never get it right"? One is a lesson, the other is a battle. And if you're fighting against yourself, you've already lost. You wouldn't let anyone else talk to you the way you sometimes talk to yourself. You would stand up for yourself. You'd walk away. You'd see that kind of talk as mean and unfair. But when the cruelty comes from inside your own mind, you call it being realistic. You call it being honest. You call it motivation. But it's none of those things. It's hurting yourself while pretending it's truth. The voice in your head doesn't just describe your life, it shapes it. When you keep saying you're not good enough, you start acting like someone who isn't. You hide, you doubt, you mess up on purpose, and then you point to your mistakes as proof that you were right. But you weren't guessing your failure, you were creating it. The biggest change you can make is to talk to yourself the way you'd talk to someone you care about, with patience, gentleness, and understanding. Growing is messy and mistakes are part of learning. You don't need to be cruel to improve. You need to be smart and kind. Start noticing your thoughts. Catch the mean ones before they take over. When you think, I can't do this, pause and change it. I can't do this yet, but I'm learning. When you think I'm a failure, stop and fix it. I failed at something, but that doesn't make me a failure. Your words matter, and the ones you tell yourself matter most of all. Your inner voice is the author of your life story. Every harsh word writes a page of pain. Every kind word writes a page of healing. You get to choose which story you're telling. You get to decide whether you're the hero who rises or the one who gives up. Respect yourself enough to speak with respect. You're not perfect and you're not meant to be, but you still deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own forgiveness. And the moment you start treating yourself like someone who's worth believing in, your whole life begins to change. The voice inside you will be with you forever, so make peace with it. Make it your friend. Let it speak with the care and respect you've always deserved. Promise yourself this: I talk to myself with kindness and respect. Number 2, if you can stay calm and positive when everything around you is negative, you've already won. Stillness is strength. Your reaction is your victory. Winning doesn't always look like shouting or showing power. Sometimes it looks like saying nothing. Sometimes it looks like walking away. Sometimes it looks like standing strong while everything else falls apart. That's not weakness. That's real control. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you respond that matters." Those words have lasted for centuries because they hold a truth that few people live by. You can't control the storm, but you can control yourself in the middle of it. And that, right there, is real power. Life will bring pain, betrayal, loss, and disappointment. Those things aren't mistakes. They're part of being human. The world doesn't promise fairness or comfort, it just is. But within that truth, you always have one powerful choice: how you respond. Most people don't respond. They react. They explode, they break down, they let negativity take over until they become the very thing they hate. They fight anger with anger, pain with pain, chaos with more chaos. And in doing that, they lose twice, once to the problem and once to themselves. Staying positive in a hard moment doesn't mean pretending nothing's wrong. It doesn't mean forcing a smile or ignoring what hurts. It means not letting the moment steal your peace. It means keeping your power, refusing to hand it over to people, events, or results you can't control. Think of the last time someone tried to upset you. Maybe they insulted you, ignored you, or pressed your buttons on purpose. What you did next, that's where your power was hiding. If you snapped, shouted, or got pulled into someone else's storm, they won. They took control of your emotions. They decided how your energy would feel that day. But if you stayed steady, if you answered calmly instead of reacting with chaos, then you won. Not because you overpowered them, but because you stayed in control of yourself. Calm is not weakness. Calm is power in its truest form. It's the strength to stand in the middle of fire without becoming part of the blaze. It's being able to see negativity without letting it crawl inside you. It's having the self-control to pause, breathe, and choose your response instead of letting impulse take over. The Stoics had a word for this: apatheia. It didn't mean not caring, it meant freedom from destructive emotions. It's the art of watching what's happening without letting it sweep you away. It's the wisdom of knowing that your peace is worth more than being right, winning an argument, or proving anything to anyone. When you stay calm in the middle of chaos, you send a message to yourself and to the world. I am not controlled by my surroundings. I am not a puppet to problems or people. I choose my mindset. I choose my energy. I choose my response. That's real victory. This kind of control doesn't appear overnight. It takes awareness, patience, and constant practice. It means catching yourself right in the middle of reacting and stopping before the spiral begins. It means remembering that losing your calm means losing the battle, no matter how right you think you are. Every time you choose calm over chaos, you grow stronger. Every time you refuse to be shaken, your inner strength becomes unbreakable. Life will keep testing you. Let it. When it does, show it who you've become, someone who can't be broken by what they can't control. Let the world see your steadiness. Say it. My calm is my victory. Number 3. Better days are coming. Be patient. Storms never last forever. Hope is a small, quiet seed that grows deep roots. I know, and you're tired of waiting, tired of hanging on, tired of believing things will change when everything looks the same. I get it. Patience can feel like punishment when you're in pain. It can feel like pretending when you're desperate for things to be different. But patience isn't giving up. It's not sitting still and hoping luck will find you. Patience is active trust. It's doing your part, planting your seeds, even when the harvest feels miles away. Seneca said, "All cruelty comes from weakness." Sometimes that cruelty is your own inner voice, the one that whispers that this is all there is, that it'll never get better, that hope is silly and patience is useless. But that voice is afraid. It's trying to protect you from getting hurt again by convincing you to stop believing. Don't listen to it. Better days are on their way, not because you wish for them, not because you earn them, but because storms always pass. They move through, they lose strength, and they clear the air for the sun to shine again. You may be standing in the middle of one right now, but it won't last forever. Patience doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing what you can with what you have, while trusting that your effort still matters, even if you can't see the results yet. A farmer doesn't plant a seed and dig it up the next morning to check if it's growing. They water it, care for it, and believe in the process. And eventually something green breaks through the soil, not because it was forced, but because patience gave it time. You're just like that seed, growing quietly even when it doesn't feel like it. Even when you can't see anything changing, things are still moving. Even when every day feels exactly the same, something deep inside you is growing. Roots are spreading, strength is forming. The version of you that will step into those better days is being built right now. In the waiting, in the patience, in the quiet moments when you keep moving forward, even though it feels useless. Hope isn't foolish, and it's not pretending that everything is perfect. It's the calm belief that seasons always shift, pain always fades, and hard times don't erase the chance for joy. Hope is like a seed. You can't see it when it's hidden under the dirt, but it's alive, working, and one day it will rise and bloom. So be gentle with your healing, be kind to your growth, and trust the timing of your life. Everything you're hoping for is still making its way toward you. Everything you've dreamed about is still possible. Just because it hasn't shown up yet doesn't mean it never will. It simply means you're still becoming the kind of person who can hold it when it comes. The storm will move on. The sun will come back. Better days aren't a fantasy, they're part of how life works. Light always follows darkness, morning always follows night, and your brighter days are already moving closer. You just need the patience to be there when they finally arrive. Keep holding on, keep moving forward, be patient. Hope is quietly doing its job even when you can't feel it. Hold on to that hope and say, better days are coming and I am ready. Number 4, believing in yourself is the foundation of success. No plan works if you secretly think you don't deserve to see it through. Let's face a hard truth. Your life will never rise higher than what you believe about yourself. Not your talent, not your friends, not even your hard work. Belief is the soil where everything grows. Without it, no seed can take root. Epictetus once said, "First, tell yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." He didn't say to just dream it or wish for it. He said to declare it to yourself first. Because real belief starts as a small voice inside your mind before it ever becomes real in the outside world. Think about the goals you dropped, the plans you made with excitement that faded after a few weeks, the promises you whispered to yourself and broke before anyone else even noticed. Why did they fail? Was it because you didn't have time or enough support? Or was it something quieter, something hidden inside, a little voice saying, "Who do you think you are? People like you don't make it." That voice lies, but it sounds convincing. It takes your past mistakes, your failures, your moments of weakness, and builds a story meant to hold you down. It says, "Look at all this proof. You're not good enough." And if you listen to it for too long, you'll start believing it. You'll stop trying. You'll start calling your fear realism. But the truth is, you've just stopped believing you're worth the effort. Stoicism teaches something different. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are the mind that sees them, learns from them, and decides what comes next. That power to choose, that space where you decide how to move forward, that's where belief begins. Believing in yourself doesn't mean pretending you're perfect. It doesn't mean you'll never fall again. It means you've made the decision that your potential is worth fighting for, even when you don't know how things will turn out. It means you stop waiting for the world to give you permission and start giving it to yourself. No plan will ever succeed if deep down you're secretly hoping it fails, just so you can prove your doubts were right. That's not effort. That's self-sabotage wearing a mask. True belief looks different. It's quiet. It's calm. It doesn't need attention or praise. It just keeps going step by step, even when no one else sees the work being done. You want to solve your problems? Then start right here. Begin by looking at yourself in the mirror and saying out loud, "I deserve the life I'm building. I am strong enough to finish what I start. I don't have to be perfect. I just have to believe that I'm worth the effort." Say it, even if it doesn't feel true yet. Say it again and again until the doubt starts to fade. Keep saying it until belief becomes natural, until it feels like home inside your mind. Because the world is full of talented people who gave up, full of smart people who never moved forward, full of dreamers who never took the next step. And the one thing that separates those who rise from those who stay stuck: belief, not pride, not thinking you're better than others, just the quiet confidence of knowing you belong in the fight for your own life. You always have. You always will. Write it down below. I am worthy of every goal I set. Number 5. Keep it private until it's real. Silence holds power. Let your actions speak when they're ready. You've felt it before. That burst of excitement when you set a new goal. That urge to tell everyone what you're going to do. But then the energy fades, the drive disappears, and the goal slowly dies. No one asks about it because you already talked about it. Speaking gave you the feeling of achievement without the effort. The Stoics understood something that most people don't. Celebrating too early kills progress. When you talk too soon, you trade real motivation for a quick hit of attention. You get the praise before you've done the work, and once you've had the reward, it's harder to keep pushing. Seneca said, "If you wish to be loved, then love." Simple, quiet, action instead of talk. He didn't say, "Talk about loving people." He said, "Show it. Let your actions prove your words." The same goes for your goals, your dreams, your promises to yourself. Keep them private until they're solid. Let your results do the talking. There's strength in silence. When you work behind the scenes, when you build without announcing it, when you move without needing to be seen, you protect your energy, and your power grows. You keep your energy focused. You put it into the work instead of wasting it explaining what you're doing. And that energy multiplies. It grows. It turns into something real and powerful. But when you talk too soon, you open the door to opinions you didn't ask for, doubts you didn't have before, and questions that make you second-guess yourself. People will pour their own fears into your dreams. They'll tell you all the reasons it won't happen, not because they're mean, but because they've never done it themselves. Their doubts turn into noise in your head, covering the quiet confidence that made you begin. Silence also frees you from pressure. When no one knows what you're working on, you can make mistakes in peace. You can change direction, fix things, and grow without the world watching and judging every step. This isn't about keeping secrets. It's about protecting something precious. Your goals are sacred. Your growth is sacred. Not everything belongs in public. Some things are meant to stay close to your heart, cared for quietly until they're ready to be shown. Think about a seed. You don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You don't call your neighbors over to watch it sprout. You plant it, you water it, and you trust time to do its work. And one day, without warning, it breaks through the dirt and meets the sun. That's how true growth happens, quietly, privately, until it's ready to be seen. So keep your plans to yourself. Work in silence. Let your results do the talking. Let your progress be the proof. Let your effort speak for itself. And when it's solid, when it's real, when it can't be denied, then you can share it. Not for attention, not for praise, but as proof that silence and action build what words never could. Silence keeps your strength safe. Let your success make the noise. Write this if you understand the power of quiet. I build in silence and let success do the talking. Number 6. Don't just count your days. Make your days count. Time doesn't stop for anyone. Use each day to leave something behind, not just to mark another one gone. Tomorrow isn't guaranteed, you already know that. But are you living like you believe it? Or do you scroll, delay, and keep saying you'll start when things calm down, when you're ready or when it's the right time? Marcus Aurelius once said, "Think of yourself as already dead. You have lived your life. Now take what's left and live it well." That's not dark, it's honest. Because once you see that time isn't endless, you stop wasting it on things that mean nothing. Most people count the days like points on a scoreboard. Just 2 more days until the weekend. Only a few weeks until vacation. 5 more years until retirement. We treat time like something to escape from, and in doing so we miss the only thing that's real, the present moment. You're not living in tomorrow. You're not living in yesterday. You're living right here, right now. This moment, the ordinary quiet one happening as you read this, is your life. Not the big moments you post about, not the future you're waiting for. This one. So stop asking, how many days do I have left? And start asking, what am I doing with the one I'm in? Making your days count doesn't mean every second has to be magical. It just means you stop walking through life half asleep. You start showing up. You stay awake. You pick presence over distraction. You stop treating today like a waiting room for someday. Maybe making today matter means having that talk you've been avoiding. Maybe it means beginning the project that's been sitting in your mind for months. Whatever it is, do it now, because now is all you truly have. Maybe it's as simple as putting your phone down and actually seeing the people you care about. It doesn't need to be big or special. It just needs to be done on purpose. Time won't wait for you to feel ready. It won't stop because you're scared or unsure or making excuses. It keeps moving, cold, steady, unstoppable. Every day you spend waiting for the right time is a day gone forever. There is no perfect time. There's only this one, right now, and it's already slipping away. The Stoics knew this truth well. They practiced something called memento mori. Remember you will die. Not to make life gloomy, but to make it real, to stay awake. To remind themselves that life is short and priceless, and that wasting it on anger, distractions, or delay is the biggest loss of all. They didn't see death as the opposite of life, but as the reason to live fully. It was the spark that made every moment matter. So stop waiting. Stop counting down to someday. Stop treating your time like it doesn't matter. Every single day is a present, 24 hours wrapped up and handed to you, with no promise of another. You can waste it without thinking, or you can spend it with purpose. You can let it fade away, or you can let it leave a mark, on yourself, on someone you love, or on the world. That mark doesn't have to be big or loud. It just has to be real. Maybe it's being kinder than usual, trying harder, forgiving faster, or loving deeper. Maybe it's finally stopping the waiting and starting to live the life you keep talking about, right now, one moment at a time. The days are already moving. The real question is, are you moving with them? Say this to yourself, today is my life and I will live it completely. Number 7, don't give up. Nothing lasts forever, not even pain. Night always turns into morning. Endurance brings light. You might be standing in a dark place right now. Maybe not in the world around you, but inside yourself, where it feels like the weight will never lift, like this is how life will always be. But listen carefully. That's not true. And that's the best news you'll hear today. Nothing lasts forever. Not the pain, not the confusion, not even this moment. The Stoics had a saying for this, amor fati, which means love your fate. Not because everything that happens is good, but because everything that happens eventually passes. Pain is just a visitor, not someone who lives in your house. It knocks, stays for a while, then moves on, but only if you don't give up before it leaves. Quitting might feel like relief right now, especially when you're tired, frustrated, and losing hope. But quitting is like closing the door forever on a problem that was only meant to be temporary. Yes, stopping feels easier, but when you quit, you also stop what could have been. You close the door just before the light was about to shine through. Think about the hardest night you've ever lived. Maybe it was heartbreak, failure, or the kind of loneliness that felt endless. But you survived. You're here now. You made it through, and that means you can do it again. And somewhere along the road, without you even realizing it, the darkness faded. Morning arrived. Not because you forced it to, not because you earned it, but simply because that's what mornings do. They come. Endurance isn't shiny or exciting. It doesn't get cheers or attention. It's not something people post about. It's the quiet choice you make in the middle of the night when no one's watching and every part of you wants to stop. But you don't. You take another breath. You open your eyes for another day. You try once more. That's what endurance is. Trying again, even when it hurts. And that's where light begins to grow. Seneca once said, "Hard times make the mind strong, just like hard work strengthens the body." Your pain has a purpose. It's shaping something inside you that comfort never could. It's showing you your own strength. It's proving that you can keep going even when giving up looks easier. And someday, when you're standing in the light again, you'll look back and understand. The dark wasn't there to destroy you. It was there to shape you. But you have to stay, you have to keep going, you have to trust that the sun still rises, even when you can't see it yet. It's waiting, right beyond your persistence. If you quit, there's one thing for sure. You'll never find out what could have happened if you had held on just a little longer. You'll miss the moment that was only one step away. You'll miss meeting the stronger version of yourself that the pain was helping you become. So don't stop, not today. Not now, when you're so close. The night feels endless, but it's not forever. Morning is coming. And when it does, you'll still be standing. Not because it was easy, but because you refuse to believe that the darkness would last forever. Endurance always brings light. It always has, and it always will. Number 8. A negative mind will never build a positive life. You become what you think about. Protect your thoughts as if they were gold. Your mind isn't empty space, it's a garden. And whatever you plant in it, whatever you water and feed, that's what will grow. You can't fill your garden with seeds of doubt, fear, and anger, and then expect to harvest peace and joy. The world has never worked that way. Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Read that again slowly. Most of the pain you feel right now isn't happening at this moment. It happened in the past, or it's something you're afraid might happen later. But right now, this very second, you're safe, you're breathing, you're here. Yet your mind tries to trick you because it's been trained to look for danger, to expect disappointment, to rehearse disaster before it even happens. That's what a negative mind does. It doesn't protect you, it traps you. It takes one bad moment and turns it into a life sentence. It takes one person's opinion and shapes it into your identity. It takes uncertainty and paints it black before you've even seen the real color. And the hardest truth is this: you always become what you think. Not sometimes, not later, always. Your thoughts shape how you feel. Your feelings drive what you do. Your actions create your results. And those results then confirm the very thoughts that started everything. If you think you're not good enough, you'll start to act like it. And when you act that way, life will send you proof to match that belief. Then you'll say, "See, I knew it." but you weren't seeing the future. You were building it. That's why protecting your mind isn't just helpful, it's necessary. You wouldn't drink poison and expect to stay healthy. So why fill your head with toxic thoughts and expect your life to go well? Every time you replay old insults, every time you picture failure, every time you tell yourself you can't, it's like taking a sip of poison. The harm may be invisible, but it's real. But here's the good news. The opposite is also true. When you start protecting your thoughts and being careful with what you allow in, everything begins to change. You start realizing that most of your problems don't come from the outside world, they come from how you see it. The situation didn't defeat you. Your thoughts about it did. If your thoughts built the walls that trap you, then your thoughts can also create the way out. Begin small. Catch yourself when a negative thought sneaks in. Don't get angry at it, and don't try to push it away. Just notice it and remind yourself, that's only a thought, not a fact. Then trade it for one that helps you grow. Don't fake it or act like everything's perfect. Be honest, but be kind to yourself. Say things like, "This is tough, but I've handled tough before." Or, "I don't know how yet, but I'll figure it out." Or, "This hurts right now, but it won't hurt forever." At first, your mind will fight back. It's spent years repeating the same old patterns. It feels safe there even when it's not. But remember, you are stronger than your habits. You have more power than your patterns. Every time you pick a better thought, you build a better life. Negativity is a thief. It steals your peace, your energy, your hope, and your future. And the worst part? You're usually the one who let it in. But the good news is you can also shut the door. You can guard your mind like it's sacred ground. Only let in thoughts that lift you higher. Protect it like treasure, because that's what it is. Say it out loud. I protect my mind with strength and purpose. Number 9. There's no growth without discomfort. Comfort keeps things the same. Discomfort builds what's new. You've been taught to stay away from pain, to chase what's easy, to make life as soft and simple as you can. And while comfort feels nice, it also keeps you trapped. Because nothing grows there. Not strength, not courage, not wisdom. Comfort protects what already exists. Discomfort creates what doesn't yet. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The obstacle to action becomes the action. What blocks your path is your path." He wasn't trying to confuse you. He meant that what's standing in your way is exactly where you need to go. The hard things you try to avoid are the very things that can change you. Think about the versions of yourself you're most proud of. The one who survived heartbreak, the one who faced fear, the one who got back up when it would have been easier to stay down. You didn't become that person in a calm, easy place. You became them through challenge, through struggle, through pain that forced you to grow. Discomfort isn't your enemy, it's your guide. It shows where you're weak so you can get stronger. It shows where you're stuck so you can move forward. It shows what you can do when comfort is no longer an option, but most people run from it. They hide it, ignore it, and choose the safe pain of staying small instead of the hard pain of becoming more. And that's the trap. Comfort feels like safety, but it's really just standing still. It's the quiet fading of your potential. It's the smaller life you accept because the bigger one asks you to go through discomfort first. To get there, you have to try and fail, to feel embarrassed, to not have all the answers, to feel nervous, unsure, and exposed. Most people would rather stay in a safe, dull life than step into an uncomfortable, alive one. But you're not like most people. If you were, you wouldn't be here reading this. You'd be scrolling for easy fixes, quick results, or ways to grow without struggle. But that doesn't exist. It never did. Growth hides inside the things you don't want to do, the habits you avoid, the talks you fear, the chances that scare you. It's in the moments when you pick the harder right instead of the easier wrong. That's where your stronger self is made. In the discomfort, you finally stop escaping. The Stoics used to practice being uncomfortable on purpose. They went without food. They slept on hard floors. They imagined losing everything they owned. Not because they liked suffering, but because they knew that toughness is built, not given. They understood that if you live only in comfort, the moment life takes it away, and it will, you'll fall apart. But if you learn to stay steady even when things are hard, nothing can break you. So stop waiting for it to be easy. It won't be. Stop waiting for fear to disappear. It won't. Stop waiting for growth to feel cozy. It never does. Step into the hard parts. Welcome them. Let them shape you. Let them stretch you past the limits you've been hiding behind. Comfort protects who you are right now. Discomfort creates who you're becoming. And the future you dream about? It's waiting just beyond the challenge you keep avoiding. If you're ready to choose growth instead of comfort, say this: I accept discomfort as my path to growth. Number 10. Your greatest power in this world is your mindset. Nothing outside of you matters more than what lives inside your mind. Take away the money, the fame, the job titles, the stuff you own, and all that remains is your mindset. And that, more than anything else, decides the quality of your life. Marcus Aurelius knew this when he wrote, "The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts, not on your situation, not on your paycheck, not on other people's opinions. Just your thoughts, because your mindset is like a pair of glasses. You see everything through it. Change the lens and the whole picture changes. Two people can face the same problem. One sees a wall, the other sees a path. Same obstacle, but different eyes, different results. One gives up, one grows. One blames, one learns. Years later, their lives look completely different, not because of luck, but because of how they played the same hand. Your mindset isn't fixed. It's not something you're stuck with forever. It's something you build, shape, and train every single day through the thoughts you allow, the beliefs you repeat, and the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what's possible. A scarcity mindset sees lack everywhere. It whispers, "There's not enough. No enough love, no enough luck, no enough success." It makes you guard, compare, and fear. And soon, your life starts to mirror those fears, small, tense, and full of doubt. But an abundance mindset sees something else. It says, if not this, then something better. It trusts that life still has more to give, and that belief alone opens doors that fear never could. It trusts, it expands, it keeps growing. It believes that every setback is really a setup for something better, and that every door that shuts is guiding you toward the one that's meant for you. And because of that belief, it builds a life that feels wide, kind, and always moving forward. The truth is, nothing outside of you holds the kind of power your mindset does. You can have a lot of money and still feel lost. You can be healthy and still feel empty inside. You can have success and still feel like you failed, because outside things don't fix you. They only make what's already inside you louder. If your thoughts are broken, then success just gives you a bigger stage to feel miserable on. But if your mind is steady, full of gratitude, strength, and the will to grow, then no matter what happens, you can still find something meaningful. You can lose and still learn. You can fail and still hope. You can face the unknown and still feel calm, because your strength comes from the inside, and no storm can destroy that foundation. This is your greatest treasure, not what you own, but what you believe. Not what happens to you, but how you see it. Not where you are now, but how far you can go once you change how you think. So start treating your mindset like gold. Protect it from negativity. Feed it with knowledge and good ideas. Push it to grow when it gets stuck. Stretch it when it feels too small. Your mindset isn't frozen. It's alive and it's waiting for you to lead it. The world will always try to shape your thinking for you. It will try to tell you what to want, what to fear, and what to believe about yourself. But you don't have to accept those ideas. You can rewrite your own code. You can choose new beliefs that help you rise. You can build a mindset that builds the kind of life you actually want to live. That's your real power. That's your true wealth. Use it. Say it out loud. My mindset is my greatest treasure. Number 11. Never accept disrespect, not even from yourself. Real self-worth begins with how you treat the person you see in the mirror. You've already decided what kind of behavior you'll accept from others. You know when someone crosses the line. You can spot disrespect when it comes from someone else. But here's the real question. Do you notice it when it comes from you? Every time you break your own promises, that's disrespect. Every time you ignore your needs just to keep someone else happy, that's disrespect. Every time you accept less than you deserve because you don't believe you're worth more, that's disrespect too. And it's the worst kind, because it comes from inside. It's a wound you keep reopening while wondering why you can't heal. Marcus Aurelius said, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." But what happens when you're the one hurting yourself? What happens when the disrespect isn't from others, but from the reflection in your own mirror? Self-respect isn't pride. It's not thinking you're better than anyone. It's simply refusing to treat yourself worse than you would treat anyone else. It's understanding that if you wouldn't accept certain words, actions, or treatment from someone else, you shouldn't accept them from yourself either. You wouldn't let someone you care about talk to themselves the way you sometimes talk to you. You wouldn't stand by and watch them skip meals, give up on their dreams, or stay in places that hurt them without saying a word. So why is it okay when you do it to yourself? Why do you only give yourself what's left over? Why do you make everyone else your priority while treating yourself like an afterthought? Real self-worth begins the moment you decide that you matter. Not after you achieve something, not when someone praises you, not when everything feels perfect, but right now, as you are, imperfect, learning, and still growing. You matter today, and how you treat yourself teaches the world how to treat you. When you let yourself be disrespected, you send a message to yourself and to others that this is acceptable. You show that your limits can be pushed, that your boundaries are optional. People will always treat you the way you show them you deserve to be treated, with the same care, attention, and respect that you give yourself. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to honor yourself. Stop saying sorry for having standards. Stop making yourself smaller so others can feel more comfortable. You're allowed to expect better, from yourself and for yourself. You're allowed to walk away from anything that drains or belittles you, even if it's your own habits doing the damage. The Stoics spoke about oikoiosis, the belief that caring for yourself is the root of all other virtues. You can't fill others' cups when yours is empty. You can't love others well if you constantly treat yourself with disrespect. You can't create a good life if you're always tearing yourself apart. So start treating yourself like someone you're responsible for protecting. Speak kindly to yourself. Set limits. Keep your promises. Rest when you need to. Say no when you must, and yes when it helps you grow. Stop betraying yourself just to keep the peace. Stop settling for crumbs when you deserve the whole meal. Disrespect ends the moment you refuse to take part in it, even when it's your own voice causing it, especially when it's your own voice. Because self-worth isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you build, one respectful choice at a time. Stand tall in your value. Say this to yourself. I honor myself with every choice I make. Number 12. No regrets, only lessons. The things that hurt you still have something to teach you. Take the wisdom with you, not the pain. You've been holding on to something that doesn't belong to you anymore. It's called regret, and it's heavy. Heavier than the mistake, heavier than the failure, heavier than the choice you wish you could redo. You've been dragging it behind you, letting it shape who you think you are, letting it tell you that your past makes you unworthy of your future. But that's not true. It never was. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens that matters, but how you respond." And responding doesn't just mean what you did back then. It means what you do now. It means choosing to see that the things that hurt you don't have to follow you, that what once taught you doesn't have to keep hurting you. Regret happens when you stare at the wrong part of the story. You replay the mistake, you go over what you should have done differently, you blame yourself for not knowing better. But that's unfair. You made the best choice you could with what you knew at the time. Now you know more. That's not failure, that's growth. Every wrong turn showed you something right. Every heartbreak showed you your strength. Every mistake held a message meant for you. But you can't learn from it if you keep drowning in guilt. The lessons are still there, waiting for you to see them. but you have to change your view. Stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, what did this teach me? Stop seeing yourself as a victim of what happened and start seeing yourself as someone who learned from it. Marcus Aurelius said, "The universe is change, and life is what your thoughts make it." You can't change the past, and it's already written, but you can change how you see it. You can carry it like a heavy load or use it as a bridge to move forward. You can let it prove your weakness or remind you of your strength. The facts stay the same, but the meaning, that's yours to decide. This doesn't mean ignoring the pain or pretending it didn't affect you. It means giving what happened a purpose. It means finding meaning inside the hurt, refusing to let it be useless, deciding that if you had to walk through something hard, you'll make sure it teaches you something. Carry the wisdom, not the weight. Take the lesson, let go of the shame. Keep the growth, drop the guilt. You're not the same person who made that mistake. You've grown, you've changed, and you've become someone who wouldn't make that same choice again. That's what growth is for. Regret traps you in a moment that's already gone. But lessons travel with you. They guide your next steps instead of holding you back. They make you smarter without making you cold. They remind you of where you've been, but they don't decide where you're going. Your past isn't a punishment, it's a classroom. And you've already paid the price to learn from it, so stop repeating the same painful lesson again and again. Take the knowledge, pass the test, and move forward, lighter, wiser, and free from the heavy things you were never meant to carry. No regrets, only lessons, and a future that's still waiting to be written. Let go of what no longer helps you. Say it with me. I carry wisdom, not weight. You made it through all 12 lessons. And if you're still here, it means something important. It means you're not just reading words, now you're looking for change. You're ready to heal what's hurt, to fix what's broken, and to become the person you were always meant to be. These aren't just lessons, and they're tools. And like any tool, they only matter if you use them. You can't just know this truth. You have to live it. You have to choose it again and again, especially when it's difficult, especially when life gives you every excuse to quit. The Stoics didn't just talk about philosophy, they lived it. They proved their beliefs on battlefields, in prisons, in moments of loss and confusion. They showed that peace isn't something you stumble upon, it's something you build, slowly, one choice at a time, one thought at a time, one reaction at a time. Most of your problems aren't really problems. They're reactions, old stories, old pain you keep reopening. But now you see the truth. Now you can tell the difference between what's real and what you've imagined it to mean. And that understanding, that's freedom. So take these lessons with you, write them down, come back to them when life feels heavy. Share them with someone who needs a bit of hope. Because real wisdom doesn't just change you, it spreads to everyone you touch. Before you go, do one thing for me. If this helped you, if it sparked something inside, share it. Comment. Tell someone who's struggling. Stay connected, because what we're building here is bigger than words. It's a community of people who choose growth over comfort, strength over excuses, wisdom over regret. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for listening. Now go out and live these lessons. Your better days are waiting. Seal this promise with one final truth. I am the author of my own transformation.